For today's assignment, you will need a scrap piece of paper. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine has things on the other side. You're going to need some pieces of paper that are scraps. You don't have to have color paper. You can color it yourself. You're going to need some crayons in order to do that. And you're going to need scissors and glue. Take a minute to grab all of your supplies. Okay, now that you're back, let's get started. So today we're going to use the patterns that we learned about in the last classes to make some jewelry. Now we can make some bracelets and some rings today, or some people call bracelets cuffs if they're a little wider. So we'll talk about how to do that today. So let's start with a basic one. We're going to start with white. So I'm going to move all my scraps to the side. All right. So what I need to do is I need to have a strip of paper that will go around my wrist. So I could probably go this way. This one's a really long one. It goes that way. Let's see if I can measure that strip. You're probably small like me. And let's go with one strip of the short end. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut along here. You can make it narrow, so the narrow would be like skinny, or you can make it wide. So one way to get it so that you have a line that's straight is to fold your paper. Now if you want, you could have a bumpy or wavy or zigzag line. It would just be the kind of line that you would have on your bracelet or on your cuff. So let's cut along the line that I folded. And remember, I'm holding my scissors so that my thumb is in the little hole, my fingers are in the big hole, my thumb is on top, and my scissors are going away from me. My elbows are in, or my chicken wings are in. All right. Okay, so we're done with that piece. Let's see how it will fit. So I'm just going to test it out. I'm going to take my wrist and put it on top. I'm going to take it and kind of wrap it around. I'm not going to glue it yet because I want to decorate it. So I'm going to see how much do I need. Ooh, I want to go like that. I could make it really big and then I can slide it on and off. Let's see if I can do that. Yep. Or I can make it tighter and then put a piece of tape to attach it, or maybe I will just do glue and then I'll have to take it off later and tear it off. Something to think about if you want to be able to remove it or not. So I know that if I have it on the end like this, then I could probably put it on and off. If I do it tighter, right, I won't be able to take it on and off. So that's my choice. So I'm going to go ahead and do the whole piece. You probably are going to need to cut off some of it because your wrists are smaller than my wrists. I'm a grown-up. That happens. If you're going to make it for your grown-up friend, you probably want to have the whole paper, or depending on how their wrist is, you might want to measure it. You might want a longer piece. We'll see how that is. So I'm going to start with this piece here. And my bracelet's going to be very boring if I just leave it white. White's cool, but I also like colors. So what I'm going to think about doing is putting a pattern on here. I could put some stripes across here. I could put some shapes across here. It's up to you. If you want, you can draw those on with a pencil first and then color them in. You could color them in right away. You could even choose to use stickers. So let's start with just colors right now. We'll get a little bit more complicated as we go, a little more advanced. So I'm going to draw a purple circle and I want to fill it in. Really nice. Okay, now I think this one is like a blue-green. I want to make that a triangle. This reminds me a lot of jewels in my jewelry. It makes me think of when we were decorating our crowns. So right now I have a purple circle and a turquoise triangle. And I want, something like this jewel color. This one is like a red violet, I imagine. Circle, triangle, and square. So I'm gonna go ahead and There we go. And I could outline them if I wanted to. I could change up half and half, but so we got circle, triangle, square. So I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna repeat it. This is an ABC pattern. So now I'm gonna do my purple circle. Try to get it the same. This one's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. And I could, you know, I could go back and make this one. We make mistakes all the time as artists. Sometimes it makes it better. Blue or turquoise triangle. Taking my time with coloring. I want to fill it in. I don't want it to go outside of the edge. And if I see white spots, I can always go back and fill those in. For example, I see in here, there was that white spot. All right, what's next? Purple, turquoise, red, violet, purple, turquoise, red, violet. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the red, violet. We have circle, triangle, square, circle, triangle, square. I like to say it in my head or say it out loud so that I can listen for the pattern. Listening to the pattern helps me a lot better than seeing the pattern, and that might be a trick to help you too. All right, we're gonna go back to the first shape now since we did the 3, so now I know I need to circle again. Purple circle. Oh, I think I'll have enough for the last 2 shapes. If you don't have enough, that's okay. Enough space here. And we might wind up overlapping them there, so we'll see how that works. They're rolling over here in my way. Ooh, that's fancy. Oh, wow. So I think that we have made a really beautiful jeweled bracelet. And then I can do is I can put it on. So I can make the choice, use a piece of tape, or I can use a glue stick. So we can think about again, which one should go on top? How much should it overlap? Do I want to take it off and on again? We can do it that way. So if you want to take it on and off again, it's going to be nice and big. That means you can hold it out like this and you can put your glue on. Ooh, that matches. And then I'm going to line it up, and you need to hold it because it's going to go on and off, and it might tear or pop open if it's not finished gluing. So really hold it for like 20 seconds, if you can count that high. Pinch it together. While you're holding it, you can admire it, look at it. Think about what will you design next. Super cool. I think that's good. And then I can sneak my hand right in there. Oh, yes. I am fancy. So now I want to make another one. I don't want to stop like that. You could use this white paper. Like I said, you could use the scrap paper. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use orange. And I think, I mean, we can go this big. I think this is a great size. I was thinking we could go narrower, but we can talk about that for rings. So I'm thinking, okay, how long should it be? Again, I'm testing it out. You might need a grown-up to help you test it out. I'm testing it. Okay. Maybe I will cut right there. Measure before you cut. They say measure twice before you cut. That way then you don't make a mistake. All right, so I have this strip. Now I need to decorate it. And I could choose to use crayons again, or I can use my scraps and I can make shapes that will go on here. Remember, if you don't have any colored paper and you have only white paper and you want to make it fancy, you can just color the paper and then cut it up into pieces. That's really fun. For the saving of time, I think I'm just going to go ahead and start with some scraps that are already colorful. I think, blue I'm going to use for stripes, I think, because that's just exactly the right amount. I think for red, what we'll do is we might want to make some triangles. So I'm going to try to make some triangles. I'm going to make them the same. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make a rectangle first. Oh, a rectangle or a square is a great place to start. Okay, now that I have a rectangle, what I can do is I can go diagonal once, up, straight, diagonal, once, up, straight. Let's check our work. Up, there we go. We have so many triangles. Let's go diagonal, straight up, diagonal, straight up. Oop, I have a little spare. So I have a lot now, and they're quite big. Let's see if they're the right size. And we probably won't be able to use all of them. Let's think. How many could we fit? And what do we want to put with them? We could put something on top of them. We have a lot of possibilities. Oh, these are hard to pick up. So, oh, wow, that's quite a pattern there so far. And they're not exactly the same, but that's what makes them look really cool. I feel so fabulous with my bracelet on. Oh my goodness. I hope that you have a bracelet that you can look fabulous wearing. All right. So we have a lot. That's 5. We have a lot of extra here. That's okay. We'll use it for later. All right. So now the question is, what will we put with it? I think it needs some blue, maybe some yellow. So let's see. We have some blue here. Maybe we'll make little circles or something. Oh, I think I was going to make stripes. Maybe we'll save that one. I got some yellow here. Well, we can cut that into some circles here. So I'm going to make some shapes that are similar in size. And then I'm going to cut them into circles. They almost look like circles, but they're not yet. They have a straight side, and I want them to be the same size. So I'm going to line them up, and I'm going to cut off all the extra that doesn't belong. Let's see. Probably have to go a little smaller. All right, yeah, wow, and almost made a curlicue. I have lots of experience making circles. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And it doesn't look like they're gonna fit. We might have to take away one of our triangles. I don't know why I can't pick up anything today. We got that. Ooh, we could do that. And we could put this one a little bit on it too. Little overlapping. When you have a shape on top of a shape, it's called overlapping, and that is okay. And as long as we do it, if we do it for the first one, we do it for the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one, and we keep going like that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow. So we have some shapes there and the pattern. And we're repeating it again and again. Now we have the blue again. And I was thinking what we could do is we could put some squares, maybe? I actually like that idea better than the stripes. Not sure how many we're gonna need. And I haven't glued it down yet because I'm just playing and testing it out. Kind of looks like a house or a person with a square mouth. Ooh, that's fun. I love it when we have them all lined up like that, a little overlapping, a little crooked. We'll see how, oh, we could make them into diamonds when we go like this instead of on a square. All right, so now we need to glue them down. And I'm thinking, let's make them stick together first. So I want, you can do it however you want, as long as you have a repeating pattern. Choose the colors you like, choose the shapes that you like to cut out, what makes sense to you. I did an ABC pattern, but it's on an orange background this time. I did an ABC pattern last time. Maybe you want to do an ABB. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to do this. All right, so I made that shape. I'm going to do it again. So So I'm only putting glue on a little part of the yellow because I want to overlap it. They look like hats or hair. How cute is that? Okay, do it again. That's the thing with pattern, again and again and again and again and again. Okay, one more. This way, my glue stick is not rolling off the table. I'm not getting glue on my fingers. I did that before and I didn't like it. Okay, so now I have the same shape. I need to decide, do I want it to go, I think I want it to be like a diamond. Do I want it to come off like, oh, that looks like a fish. I don't know. I don't think it matters, as long as I do it the same. So we'll put a little bit on there like this. I'm gonna go like this, just on the edge. So I know that it needs to be on the right. I'll put that down there because that one's ready. And I noticed that on this one, I have it crooked, so it's like a diamond. So I'm gonna do that again. Awesome. Now it matches. Okay. All right, one more. Okay, so we learned last time that they're gonna overlap. It's gonna come over the edge there. So what we need to do is we need to go right to the edge with this cool shape that we made. Right to the edge. So now I wanna make sure that I get a glue on the yellow part and the red part when I'm putting my glue on. All right. I'm gonna go right to the edge for this one. And I'm gonna rub it down. We do not want this to come off when we're wearing it, lose part of our fanciness. Okay, same thing. Make sure that you get a good amount of glue on both colors. Yes. I'm gonna put it right behind that one, and I'm gonna rub it down. Okay. This third one. Oops, I got a little glue on the front. That'll dry. Okay. Rub it down. And the last one. Ooh, it's still gonna be a little bit there. We'll have to just not overlap very much. Okay. You can make your decorations a little smaller if you want. I kind of like how they come off the edge. Ooh, that looks so cool. That could be a bookmark. All right, so put this on next to our other fabulous gear here. And we can wrap it around. This is when I think you're gonna need an assistant. Ask your trusty assistant. Uh-oh, I knew it was gonna happen. Miss Tilka, you said that. Wait and make sure that it's really good. Let's go on the back and massage the back to make sure it's really glued on. Okay, now I can do the bendy test. Okay, we're gonna be okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it around my arm. I can't fit in there, so I'm gonna have to glue this one on or put a piece of tape and be okay with the fact that it will come undone. But that's okay. So I'm gonna overlap it a little bit. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go like this so I can see how much glue to put. All right, so now I know that if I lay my hand down like this, and I put this one here, and this one here, uh-oh, I need a couple more arms. There we go. And then They're overlapping, and I'll just hold on to it for a little bit. 1, 2, I can hold that part too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but for the sake of our video, I will stop there. Wow, look at this fabulousness. These are like little cuff or a bracelet. So you could do it with crayon and draw it on, but it's way fun to create this. I had no idea what shapes I was going to do. I didn't know what it was going to look like. So that's what's fun about that. And you could even ask for a little bit of tin foil to really spruce it up, which would be fabulous. But remember, when we add our decorations, we want to add them in a pattern. So before we go, one last piece. I would like to show how to make a ring. So I have a piece like this. It's a rectangle once again, and I want to test it out. It happens to be a pretty good size. So you need to get, a piece of paper, and then what you do is, here's another one. You can decide, okay, I want it to be this thick. All right, then you cut. And there's a bump there, so I'm going to cut and get rid of that. And it seems like a pretty good thickness there. Then you got to determine how much you're going to need to overlap it. This one's a little short. That one's a little longer. I just got lucked out with that piece, found it in my scraps. This one doesn't really overlap very much, but I probably could make it work. This one is a little better. And if it doesn't fit that finger, another solution would be to put it on a different finger. See if there's more overlap, right? Oh, there's more room in this one, right? So I don't know if I can get it off my knuckle. I'm a knuckly person. So I'm gonna do this red one. All right, so now I have this little piece, and it's just like when I did my bracelet. I could put on decoration using the paper, or I could draw it on. And I think I'm gonna draw this one on just because I don't wanna spend too much time showing you, but I could make a pattern. So we talked about this before. I could do, it's kind of like red-green right now. So then maybe what I'll do is I need a different color, a little easier to see. Maybe orange. Let's try it. Ooh, it's hard to see orange, but we'll do it anyway. So we got green, orange, orange, green, orange, orange, green, orange, whoops, green, orange, orange. And you could even go in and see if you wanted to add another one. So I'm actually going to put one in between the orange and orange. You can't see that one either. Let's see if we can do this one. Ooh, white. So I'm going to put, so it's green, orange, white, orange, green. Orange, white, orange, green. Orange, white, orange, green. Orange, white, orange, and the last one would be green. And that's a really fun, ooh, that's very festive. I am going to take this one and I'm going to put it around and make this little cylinder, kind of like what we did before. Gotta make a good size there and overlap it. And then I'm going to have a ring. And if it's too thick, it's too tall, and you can't really move it around. What if, oh my goodness, Miss Tilka, what if I make two at once? How special would that be? That's pretty cool. Let me see if I can get this. I could have matching rings with a friend. Wow. Put a little glue. To make it a little tighter. was so fancy. Pinch, pinch, pinch. And now, oh, it fits perfectly. Now I have a ring and 2 fabulous bracelets. And if you have extra special things, you can add, but I love the way that I added them in a pattern. And Miss Beatrice is here just to say goodbye. Happy making!